Welcome to episode number 4. Today we're going to be talking about home insurance policies. And I just want to go over the two. First, I want to introduce myself. My name is JP Basua. I am with the Basua Group out here in Prescott, Arizona and the surrounding areas, powered by the Kristen Code Network at Keller Williams, Arizona Realty. But today we're going to talk about home insurance policies. So we're going to talk about the two different types. There is a replacement cost and there is the actual cash value policy. So what the two differences, right? So replacement costs is probably going to be the more popular one, although there are some people who have actual cash value, which is something you may want to look into and get that changed if possible. And I'll explain the reason why. So a replacement cost is actually exactly what it sounds like. It is talking about in case there was a disaster, your house had burned down from a fire, then what is it going to cost to replace your home cash value wise in order to get it rebuilt again for you. So let's just say you bought your home in 15 years ago. Let's say 10 years ago, 2015. You bought your home 10 years ago, it cost you $300,000. And they have a thing called an extended on there. So an extended, it can go up 10%, up to 50%. So now, as time goes, passes by and cost of living gets higher, I guess you can say, then, your replacement cost can possibly go up a little bit from what you purchased it. So let's say your house to get built today, the same size home that you have is about $425,000 to get it rebuilt, get it replaced, right? Your house burns down, your policy covers $375,000 for it, let's just say, because you paid $300,000 for your property, your home, and but they're only going to give you $375,000. So as your house gets built and they only give you $375,000, that means you need to come up with $50,000 yourself in order to pay for the difference out of your pocket in order to get the same house that you had that was burned down. And don't forget, because the housing market from 10 years ago to now has shot up probably 65%, maybe a little bit more, so it's obviously going to be different. Now, actual cash value depreciates over time. So if your house again was $300,000 and it was depreciating at a 2% rate, let's just say, then by the time, 10 years passed by, your house was burned down. And after depreciated at 2% of $300,000, it's probably about $60,000 that it depreciated, meaning that when you cash out, the insurance companies only give you $240,000, but your house is going to cost $425,000 to have it rebuilt. So you need to come up with that difference. Now, that's about what, $185,000 after you got to come out of your pocket. So the actual cash value is not always the best thing, even though it does cost less money on a monthly basis, but it can cost you more money at the end if something was to happen. And going back to the replacement cost, just to they do have endorsements that you can add on there. I think they both do really, but the endorsements you want to ask your insurance policy people about, do you have endorsements such as fire, such as flood, such as there's one called sewer backup, if your sewer was to get backed up, is that covered as well? Plus you got your other ones like your personal loss, personal items, if someone gets hurt on your property, there's all these little things that you want to make sure that you have on there. If you are unsure, you can always reach out to me. My telephone number is 928-710-3047. Shoot me a text, give me a call. I would like to get you in the hands of the right people that can help you, get this going for you and maybe look at your policy to see if you are up to date with it for today's standards. It's very important, especially if you haven't done it in a while. So give me a call and thank you for watching in today for episode number 4. Again, my name is JP Basua with the Basua Group, powered by the Kristen Code Network at Keller Williams. I also want to say this before I leave. I'm a true believer in the word, and the word tells me I have not because I ask not, or you have not because you have not, you ask not. So I do want to ask that you subscribe to my channel. You also share and like this, because you never know who that might need this information. I want to be a source of the source to help you guys out, to help everybody out. And if I can, do that, I would really appreciate it. So I really appreciate your time and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.